Right, welcome back to Let's Play Ultima 5 Lazarus. And it was previously night in you, and we had rescued some poor individuals from the stocks. Now, we are going to explore the town and actually start solving the plot of the game. Well, start solving the subplots. It's a lot easier to do that when there's no Shadow Lord running around. So let's try the courthouse then. After all, the long arm of the law starts early. Yeah, there used to be some graphics problems. The roof disappeared, but it's back now. Is anybody here? Judge Dredd? I mean Judge Dryden?
Will be
Judge Dredden.
done.
Judge Dredden, yeah. Oh, there's Judge Dredden. Okay. Let's just save the game. On the off chance that he starts going, I am the law! Judge Dredden. A tall, regal and stern man who reeks of authority. His robes are of the finest cloth. Well, he's hardly going to be wearing a bin liner if he runs the country. Still visible against the black brocade is a badge with a silver ankh embroidered upon an ebony shield. Wonder what that means. He glances up from his paperwork. Slick silver-white hair arches to a point between his penetrating steel eyes and his trimmed moustache and triangular beard that emphasises his scowl. So basically, you can tell he's evil. He's got a goatee. He sets his gavel down and collects the documents before him and neatly stacks them to the side. Good morning, Avatar. I am Judge Dredden, Lord Mayor of Yu, Head Inquisitor of the Oppression. I have been expecting thee. We have business to which we must attend. Under normal circumstances I would have thee imprisoned. However, thou art the Avatar, and the circumstances around thee as usual are far from normal. He mutters the last with bitter resignation. Indeed, Lord Blackthorn has asked me to strike a bargain with thee. I have already made my reservations about such an action. Indeed, I find it most distressing, but my lord is far more charitable than I. That being said, I present to thee his offer. If thou dost promise to support our cause, and as long as thou dost promise to adhere to our laws, thou mayest travel Britannia as a free man. As for thy companions or anyone who chooses to travel with thee, all warrants for their arrest shall be lifted as well. Thine offer is akin to blackmail, Julia declares. We will never join thee. Well, whoa, Julia. Let's hear the man out, you know. That decision is not for thee to make. Thy fate, as so often happens, lies in the hands of the Avatar. Dredden fixes his cold eyes upon you. I remind thee that the terms of this offer are not open to negotiation, and shouldst thou transgress our laws in any way, the offer will be revoked. Thou wilt be imprisoned like any other scoundrel, and the warrants for thy companions will be reissued. So, Avatar, dost thou accept Blackthorn's most generous offer? Well, I think we'd be fools to say no, and an oath to an oath breaker, as they said in Braveheart, is no oath indeed, so let's say yes. Very well. I will inform Lord Blackthorn of thy acquiescence. In the meantime, thou wilt report to Lady Guinevere, my captain of the guard, for an additional assignment. Tell her that thou wilt offer thy aid. So basically, because I've been pardoned, I'm now working for you guys. Is that right? I warn thee, Avatar, I am not to be fooled by thy cooperation. I will be watching thee. I have eyes everywhere. I will know if thou dost try to betray us. Tell me about prisoners. Which prisoner dost thou refer to? Fellaspar. A traitor and a coward. The worst of the lot. He pledged his undying loyalty to us. But when the time came to choose between Blackthorn and Felspar's precious great council, let us simply say he chose poorly. Oh, I'm not going to mention the other two because, you know, they've gone mysteriously missing from the stocks. Very well, how else might the High Court of Britannia serve thee? So what's your name again? Please do not waste my time, Avatar. Thou dost know who I am. No, what's your name? Tell me your name! What do you do then? I serve His Majesty Lord Blackthorn and his oppression as the head inquisitor of the High Court of Britannia. I also serve the citizens of Yu as their Lord Mayor. Okay, tell me about being Mayor. 'Tis the title held by the leader of Yu. During the reign of Lord British, the Lord Mayor presided over the High Court of Britannia and Yu's local governing body, the Druidic Council. The latter, unfortunately, hath since been dissolved. They were no longer necessary when Lord Blackthorn and Lord Blockhead, and I consolidated the government. They were offered positions within the oppression, but most chose to flee or resist. I'm starting to get far too many Star Wars parallels here. Oh, I'm afraid that Lord Blackthorn's castle will be quite operational by the time you arrive. He has dissolved the Senate. Local governors will now hold all the authority. But how will the Empire survive without all the bureaucracy? The oppression is the name of the movement inspired by Lord Blackthorn. 'Tis our task to oppress villainy and chaos by upholding the ethics of virtue. Well, we've been hearing an awful lot about these ethics. What are they exactly? Despite Lord Blackthorn's best efforts, Britannia's government dissolved into chaos when Lord British disappeared. Faction fought against faction, and each used the virtues to justify their unruliness. As Lord Blackthorn rode forth to restore order within the realm, he charged me with the task of drafting a new set of legislation, to which all Britannians would adhere, and a series of laws based on our esteemed virtues. I spent many weeks researching the pivotal laws written by the Great Council and Lord British, and even more time studying the philosophies of the virtues themselves. I also kept in mind one of Lord British's favourite adages: virtue is meaningless without definition. I've never heard that. Didst thou meditate at the shrines? Shamano asks sardonically. 'Twould seem that such an action might have actually been useful. Burn! No, sorry. I will ignore thine impertinent tone. To answer that question, the shrines are of no use in this matter. Their teachings are far too diffuse. Two men will meditate at a shrine, and two ideas shall emerge about what was taught. Conflict is imminent. At long last, I wrote the foundation for the 8 laws, the ethics of Britannia, a code of virtue that leaves no room for misinterpretation. I suggest thou dost study it, Avatar. Obey the ethics, and no trouble shall come to thee. Alright, how do I study this? Is there a book? Is there a manual? Tell me about good old Blackie. A most kind and benevolent leader. I have known him since I was a boy, when I served as a clerk for his father, who held the position I now have the privilege to occupy. Let's talk about fathers then. He would be most proud of his son. That is all thou dost need to know. Tell me about the High Court again. It is now known as the Court of Inquisition. Of course, that's a good brand name. That inspires trust and confidence. The Court of the Inquisition. Here we write and interpret the laws that protect our citizens. Here we hold trials and imprison those that found guilty of crimes against Britannia. Here we burn people because it gets a bit chilly in the evening. Oh, sorry, I've said too much. Thy trials are a farce, Judge, growls Yolo. Everybody's setting about this guy, apart from wimpy old Toshi. Prisoners are deemed guilty upon their arrival. There are no juries. Our trials are expedient and efficient. We don't bother with such things as due course or we do not wait weeks, if not months, for both sides to gather evidence, bicker and twist the law to their own advantage. We rely on the truth. We toss a coin. We make a judgment. You know, we don't bother with such things as evidence. What's the truth then? Only those involved in a crime truly know what happened. 'Tis why we have inquisitors. They serve to extract the truth. So basically we torture everybody. It's far more efficient, unless of course you're one of those strange people who subscribe to the notion that if you torture people, they'll say whatever you want them to say by the end of the day. Thou dost mean torture. That's right, Yolo, that's what the man said. Yes, if deemed necessary, I have the little patience with thieves, murderers, and rapists. Let's talk about inquisitors. Thou shalt find them throughout the realm, some prominent, others secluded, like Cylons. Like inquisitors. All watch and listen, separating lies from truth, ensuring justice, and reporting their findings to me. I, of course, report to His Majesty Lord Blackthorn on the most significant of matters. Nasty little surveillance network, if thou dost ask me, Yolo mutters very quietly. Well, it was nice talking to you, my lord. Oh, good morning to the Avatar. Please do remember we are watching thee. Okay. Well, I think we'll call it a day there for just now. And we'll leave the judge to do whatever little paranoid exercises he does when he gets up in the morning. And thanks for watching. As always, if you have any comments, just leave them below and I will try and respond to any. Thanks for watching again. Bye!